Hey everyone, Kevin here. So I got laid off a few weeks ago. Now, I did see it coming because the company was going through a number of safety, legal, and financial issues throughout the fall. I managed to survive the first round of layoffs, but got caught up in the second. You're already probably wondering, though, why am I even talking about this? Well, it's not to create a pity party, actually. Quite the contrary. I rather wanted to take today and go over the topic of how to recover from being laid off. And as someone who just has been, I felt this was an important topic to go over because it's bound to happen to you too eventually, especially now since there are a number of indications we're heading for a recession or at least some kind of economic downturn within the next year. Throughout 2023, tech, media, finance, and retail positions let go hundreds of thousands of people collectively, and I just ended up being part of that statistic. I'm also feeling right now all those emotions people do when they're laid off: frustration, sadness, worrying about paying bills, and concern over what comes next. Even more so considering this usually happens around the holidays and into the new year, which is already one of, if not the most stressful time of the year. So let's go over a handful of ways for you to manage, regroup, and move forward from a layoff. Number one, set aside time to think and talk with both your trusted confidants and people in your field. Process what you're going through. It's so easy to just hop back into the job search mode, which you do need to do, of course, but you also need to understand where you are right now and where you might be going from here. You need to take care of your emotional well being. For me, I knew the layoff was probably coming, so it didn't phase me per se, but I still needed to make announcements, sort out where I'm at, and how much capital I have before I start getting worried about finances. Oh, and understanding that worrying feeling too, not just knowing that I have it. Don't neglect this part of the process. Following from that, though, number two, reach out to your network. Not only for the general assistance of grappling with what you're going through, as we've already said, but for help in refocusing your job search moving forward and helping you find that new position. I did this, and immediately my LinkedIn network started sending me job postings they found in the category of what I was looking for within a couple of days. So far, I haven't heard back from any of those applications, but the point is, I wouldn't have even known about those jobs without people in my network telling me about them. I am still very appreciative of that, and it reminded me that I'm not alone in this process, and you don't have to be either. To expand on this further, number three, don't forget that you still have a great deal of worth and haven't lost your value as an employee. Jill Cotton, a career trend expert over on Glassdoor, put this pretty well when she said that the feeling of losing our value as a worker in the wake of a layoff can lead us to question our abilities and past performance. Add on top of that the pressures to find a new job quickly might only exacerbate that feeling. As Joe also said, separate the action of being laid off by a company from your worth as an employee. Take time to reflect on these feelings and again, reach out to your network to help you through this. Speaking of reflection as well, that's the point of number four. Take the time to reflect on what you want to do next. You may think when you leave a job that you'll never find one like that again. I know for me, I really liked my old position, and finding one with a group as supportive as they were will be very difficult, and I grapple with that on occasion. It's important, though, to reflect on the good and the bad. You may have loved your job, but remember there were a number of things you really disliked and wouldn't want to do again. Use this time in the wake of a layoff to redefine your non negotiables, something that I made another video on right before I got laid off, amusingly. But also figure out what you really want to do now. Allot time every other day or every week and reflect on this to make sure this remains a priority. Because even though you need a new job sooner rather than later, you don't want to end up somewhere you'll just end up hating out of desperation. And finally, number five, set new goals. Whether that be daily ones, weekly, or monthly goals, it doesn't really matter. It could be apply to at least 2 new jobs every day, talk to 3 people in my network every week, or complete a new upskilling course by the end of the month. Like I said, the goals are for you to decide to make sure you maintain a level of accomplishment while you're stuck in career limbo. This makes your grasp onto what you can control stronger because it's so easy to get caught up with what you can control. You can control how some recruiters may not respond to your messages, but you can control how you react to it or what lessons you take from that experience. So just keep that in mind. In the long run, getting laid off is a reminder that putting in all that hard work and getting recognized for it doesn't guarantee job security. We just have to do the best that we can and continue growing and learning new things. Embrace the change and the new challenges that come with it. It's how we mature and grow as people and workers. So hang in there. And as always, I can help you through this exact situation that I also happen to be in right now, should you ever need it. See you next time.